the Branford Festival. We know everyone in town waits for this event every year.
And we've waited for 3 years now.
That's right. The
to come back.
pandemic made it a little rough, made us miss it.
We missed it. They missed us. It's one of our fundraisers, and this we count on to get out to the community, see our people, have them see us, and learn more about what Rotary is all about.
Great. Dave, tell me why this particular event is so critical to what the Branford Rotary does for this town every year.
On the book side, okay, the book side, we use the funds that we raise from the book sale to fund scholarships that we give out to the Branford residents who are students going on beyond high school.
That's something I think a lot of people would just love to hear, that you're helping the youngest members of the community. Tell me more about the scholarships.
We do actually two ways. We do some scholarships we give directly to the school for them to parcel out as appropriate. And then we do 3 scholarships from the Rotary itself directly to students that we call our Service Above Self scholarships. Go through an interview process for that, and selecting 3 students. It's always a tough job trying to make that decision.
So these scholarships, tell me about the ages of the students that you're interested, that should be interested in the help that maybe you can give them.
These are all high school seniors who are going on to post-high school coursework of some sort. They don't have to go to school in Branford. They can go to school outside of Branford for high school, but they just have to be a Branford resident.
Great. Well, we hope that, the word gets out. Thank you for helping us to get the word out here today. And Jenny, tell me what's happening here today for people who come to the Branford Festival. It looks like this is a good place to get hungry.
This has always been our corner. We've been here for how many years? Like 35 years or so. And it's good food. The money raised goes, we're a community organization, so the money that we raise goes back to the community, and so it's a give, a win-win situation for everybody.
And we purposely set this shot up so we could get the sponsor banner in. Walk us through some of the sponsors on this banner who have given their time and the effort to make this a positive event for so many people.
Our community partners here, they're Rotary partners who have chosen to join us in helping the community, so through their donations to Rotary can further Rotary's mission.
Excellent. And we really, a big thanks to American Polyfilm and All American Waste for being the anchor partners this year. I see they've got the gold trim.
They are our anchor partners.
And they're leading the way for so many other good companies and good people who are helping
well
out.
Said.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Would you like to be a Rotarian?
I think I am already now. I think I'm the newest.
You could be, yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So, finally, we made it.
We made it.
What's happening here that everyone needs to know today?
I think it's just important to know that a lot of volunteers worked really hard to bring this back after 2 years. There was a lot of roadblocks along the way, but you know what? We just found a way to get around them so that the community could come back together in a safe way and enjoy the Branford Festival like we always remembered it. And we had nothing to do with the weather, but the gods are with us.
Perfect day.
Perfect day, perfect night last night. Looking forward to Almost Queen coming on to the green tonight to sing. It's just nice to see everyone back together and happy, like hugging again and high-fiving and enjoying some good food and letting the service groups serve the community, and all the way from the littlest to the oldest.
I'm glad you mentioned the littlest ones. Tell us what's here that's special and new for the kids this year.
So we have a new ride vendor that's brought in rides to all age groups. I think they just opened actually. We have some snow cones that they can enjoy back there. I was just back watching the backstage open up, so that's nice because it showcases all the little guys in town. Branford Learning Center was just on. Lots of dance groups, Dance Unlimited, Studio One, Shoreline Theater groups coming up, which is part of the Parks and Recreation Department. The high school performed last night on the main stage, so it was just nice to be able to have the children get back to a little bit of normalcy too.
All right, so what's your favorite thing out here today?
It's got to be the food, right?
Yeah, I that lobster dinner, the roll.
I don't know. Everyone was really happy that fried dough was back, and the festival's over there frying up fried dough. But personally, my favorite is the Thai food and the stuffed potatoes. But everything is great.
Lots of stuff for all sorts of people.
All sorts of people. So hopefully everyone will come down and enjoy it. And just, you know what, if you see someone in the blue shirts, thank them, because they're the ones that really made my job easier this year. And without them and the volunteers, this wouldn't be happening.
Thank you so much, Dale.
Thank you, Leon. It's a pleasure.
Joe, you make the place look beautiful.
Oh, we try hard. We work at it all winter long, and when we come here, we try to brighten up everybody's day.
You have it. Tell us what this means when you can bring all this beauty to all these people on such a beautiful day on the Branford Green.
Well, it makes me feel good. I see people buying stuff, and it puts a smile on their face, and it makes me happy.
You made my deck look better this year. You know, that little tip you gave us, well, my wife and I, when we saw you a couple of weeks ago, perfect with those hanging flowers, the planted flowers. Tell us about what are people looking for when they come here today?
Well, they look for color. They look for color, the colors that they want and the colors that they need, and they look for either plants that grow either in the full sun or something that grows in the shade. So we try to coax them into whatever they need to plant.
You've been in Branford a long time.
Close to 100 years.
That's
I don't look that old, do I?
No, but I know a little bit of the history about the farm from what you've told me over the years, and I think a lot of people would find it really interesting that you've made this town your home for such a long time, from your dad on down to you.
Well, my grandfather actually started in 1927, and we've just followed the tradition through. You know, he gave us the foundation, and we kept going on it.
So I know that you not only do you make the world look beautiful, you also feed a lot of this part of the state too. Tell us about the good stuff coming out of your fields now.
Well, we grow vegetables all summer long. We grow a lot of greens that nobody else can grow because it's the nature of our soils down there, and everybody's happy to have it.
So when I pass you on I-95, I wave every time because I know there's good stuff happening out in those fields.
But do I wave back?
No, I don't know, Joe. But thank you so much for being out here this year. I know your crew has put in a lot of hours to make this event the success it is every time.
We love this event, and we're very happy to be back. So here we are.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Robin, we have so many things we need to learn nowadays. Tell me, first of all, what is BACA? What does that mean?
The Branford Arts and Cultural Alliance is an organization that's been around for about 8 years, nonprofit. And what our goal is to bring art to the community and the artists to the community so they can see the beautiful things that are created by people who live right here in town.
That's fantastic. So where can people go see this art that originates from this wonderful shoreline community?
I'm glad you asked that question because right across the street, there is the BACA Art Gallery. It's been open for about 11 months. And in there, we have displays from about 25 to 30 artists that hang their art on the wall. It rotates every 2 months. We're open Tuesday through Saturday during the day. They're probably going to open up Thursday evenings when the Jazz Festival, don't miss that, is going to start running in about a week or so.
You know, I didn't even know about BACA, and I'm so glad that you taught me about it today because one of my sideline gigs is astrophotography, and I'd like to share some of that with the community around us, and this sounds like a place to do it.
Well, I know you're busy now. We're going to be open all day. If you get a break, it's really a treat. Some of the art that's on the wall created by people that live in this community, it's amazing. It's amazing what people who have talent and skill and the sensitivity can make.
One of my neighbors, because I live here in town in Short Beach, Haley Brown.
Yeah.
You did the show with Haley Brown not too long ago. Tell me about that.
Well, Haley Brown is one of my daughter's best friends. They graduated from Branford High School. They went to University of Vermont. And Haley is an amazing artist, but she's always been creative. Back when she was at Walsh Intermediate School, she created something called the Haley Daily, which was a newsletter. And she put that out. So she's an amazing individual, and her art is very creative and unique.
That must be a wonderful feeling when, as a parent, you watch an artistic talent sprout up from the community that you're part of.
It's one of the benefits of getting involved in any organization. You get to see it from the very beginning. You see the individuals that grow and create as the organization and the individuals grow. It's amazing.
Robin, anything you want to add that people need to hear today?
Well, this event is been taken over by BACA in conjunction with the Shoreline Chamber. We've tried to make it more of a arts and crafts type of event as opposed to what perhaps it had been in the past. And, this is the first time it's been open since COVID. So we're thankful for the weather and the people showing up. And in September, we're going to have another event. I don't know if you remember the open doors of Branford that were 2 years ago, all the doors that were in the center of town.
I vaguely, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I don't. I was going to lie and say I did. But tell us what happened and what's going to happen related to that soon.
Well, 2 years ago, after the first COVID shutdown, we decided that BACA wanted to do a metaphorical opening of the town. And we created the Painted Doors of Branford, which a lot of the local artists took a regular door and they painted a scene that represented to them.
You know what? I do remember that now. I don't have to lie. You brought. I could remember. Coming out from under the pandemic blanket. Finally, we're throwing that off to the side, and people are out enjoying each other on a sunny day.
Well, the weather is so important. We've been fortunate for our outdoor events to have great weather. But look around. You got our little booth. You have Tammy over there who paints beautiful art. You have a woman over there who does private tours of Italy for small groups. What more could you want on a day in June? And tomorrow's Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you.
You also.
All right, big guy.
All right.
Thanks for spending some time with us. Excellent. Ladies, I know that you put a lot of work into this, getting prepared for this event. First, tell me, what is it like to finally be here?
Oh my gosh, it's been 2 years? So we have a storefront on Main Street, and every year, even before we opened our storefront, we're here at the Branford Festival. So this is it's a trip. It's so much fun. Our customers know to come down here before they go to the store. We always bring new stuff, and it's just fun. You're outside. I wish we could do more stuff outside.
Tell me, what's the best thing about the Branford Green?
Oh my gosh, it's just getting everybody together and having our customers see us in a different platform. Like, it's just so fun to be out here, one of our best events of the year. Yeah, and it's like just good to be outside again and everyone back at the festival.
It's just as important as Black Friday weekend.
Yes, it's one of our biggest days of the year, I swear.
Big selling point for you guys to be out here to because so much is happening online at a distance nowadays, and now you're back out face to face with people.
And I also think that it brings together a lot of families. It's like a reunion for us. We grew up in Branford, so we always see so many faces that they may not come to the store, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I forgot you have a store. So it's a great experience, and we're so fortunate that they were able to put it on this year.
Assume we know nothing. We know nothing about horseshoe crabs. What on earth is that?
So a horseshoe crab is an ancient being that was here before the time of the dinosaurs. So these guys have been here a really long time. We have here a female and a male. The females are bigger. They molt 16 times over the course of their life. So over here you see the molts of the shell.
So molt, so they lose the shell.
Exactly.
They lose the shell, and that's why they keep
And
getting
they come
bigger over
out
there.
Through the front, they come out through this crack in the shell between the bottom and the top part of the shell.
So the shell opens up like a clam, kind of, or like the front.
There's more like a small
hole, and it emerges.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever seen that happen?
I have not. I found many. I'd like to. What I have seen is that on full moon nights in the summer, they come together to reproduce on the beach, and the females carry about 80,000 eggs. And they lay about 4,000 at a time.
I've been dying to ask someone this question. No, because I know people will go down. We've lived in Short Beach for a number of years, and so we look forward to every May. Yes. Should you shine a flashlight on the horseshoe crabs? Does that disturb them? Because I don't want to do anything to upset their routine. Tell me.
I think Martha's the right person to ask.
What is it that you want people to know about what we all need to do to protect the horseshoe crab?
So horseshoe crabs are really important both for human health and to protect our birds. So horseshoe crabs are used in medical testing to test vaccines. So if any vaccine you've ever had has been tested on a horseshoe crab. So we need to preserve them for our own health and welfare. They also, their eggs provide the food source for migrating shorebirds. So without lots and lots and lots of horseshoe crabs and their eggs, we've lost about 70% of our shorebirds in the last several decades. So to protect them, we need to protect the horseshoe crab.
So what's the right thing to do when you see a horseshoe crab?
Treat it with respect, give it some space, let it do its thing. And if it's on the beach, leave it there. If it's in the water, leave it there. It probably knows what it's doing. It's been here for millions and millions of years.
The question I had, and I saw this question come up with people who love to go down and watch the horseshoe crabs in May. Does it disturb the horseshoe crabs to shine a flashlight on them at night?
No,
You're not doing them any harm.
not at all.
Light them up.
Most of the time, they're coming in with the moonlight anyway.
So
Yep.
they're good with the light.
They're fine.
You're not interrupting
As long as
the
we're not picking them up and handling them, they're fine.
and they're.
We encourage people to go down and look.
So tell me about the numbers of horseshoe crabs. Are we seeing more or less? Or
In Branford, we're seeing a little bit less. We've been involved in a study that Sacred Heart University's been doing called Project Limulus, and it was to study the crab population in the whole state. And statewide, the population is steady, but in Branford, we have found that it's declined.
Barbara, I know it has got to be a good feeling to see so many people back out.
Yes.
Dealing with each other, mixing with each other, talking to each other. Tell me about the importance of this festival for the East Shore Health District.
Well, it's very important. This is my job, is to interact with our public and meet their needs and find out what's going on with them, and to actually see people out smiling and enjoying the weather and seeing the bottom of their faces is so wonderful.
You talked about people's needs, the public's needs, and for the last couple of years, the public has been very needy as far as you're concerned.
Yes, yeah, and we continue to figure out what people need and try to meet those needs. Recently, we took a training in QPR, which is a way to address suicide.
QPR, you got it. What's the acronym stand for?
Question, persuade, refer. Yes.
Okay, so question. Tell me. Let's start that over again.
So question. Question, persuade, refer. So if you know somebody who's having problems, how do you bring up that you may be worried that they're going to harm themselves or commit suicide?
Did the pandemic make things like that more of a concern for someone like you who has to watch that
Yes,
over a community like
because
this?
people lost jobs. People lost their housing. People changed jobs, but found out that the jobs they changed to weren't quite what they wanted. And everybody's having a hard time readjusting to being back in the world.
And then there's the whole thing with vaccinations and should I go out and talk to people? Can I touch people? Can I have a hug?
Right.
How do you get people back out and feeling like they want to be around other people again on a day like today?
So everybody's at a different level, right? Some people are very comfortable around other people, and there are a lot of people who still are not. And we need to meet people where they're at.
So
Out here, we're talking to people and saying, well, though the numbers have gone down in Branford, we're still seeing outbreaks in small pockets at indoor events. So meet your friends outside.
But for an event like tomorrow, for the
Right.
road race,
Right.
is that safe for people?
It is safe for people.
You're going to be there.
I will not be there. It's Father's Day. and
Oh, okay.
We have a big thing going on at home.
I'm sure Dad is going to appreciate your
Yes.
presence there and not
Yes.
at the road race.
Correct.
Barbara, thank you so much.
You are quite welcome.
All right, have a good one. We got enough, right?
I didn't get to talk about the climate change thing.
No, then let's go back and ask a climate change question. Did I leave the mic on? Yes, I did. 1, 2. The climate change. We got a good day today, but tell me more about the big topic and your concerns.
So our health department is currently working on a climate change project to make people more aware of what's going on and how it affects their health and their environment. So what we're going to do this summer is have community conversations where we go out and we give a talk on climate and health and ask people, what is going on with you? Have you seen a rise in seawater? Have you had flooding in your neighborhood? Have you seen more people getting Lyme disease? What are the things that you're seeing that are concerning you? And how can we address this? We're going to start giving hints and ideas for how little changes can make a difference in the speed of climate change.
What does the health department, the East Shore Health District, want Branford to know moving into summer?
Well, we want people to be aware, right? Aware of the climate, aware of what's going on, and protect yourself. So there's a lot more invasive species of ticks and mosquitoes. Put bug spray on. The sun is hotter. Put sunscreen on so you don't get sun cancer, skin cancer.
Thank you so much, Barbara. We appreciate the work you do.
Thank you.